Hi everyone, this is Amanda, and in this video I wanted to talk a little bit about sharing your writing. So most of the times when you're writing something, there's two sides to that, right? There's the fact that you've written it, that you've created it, right? You've taken these words and putting them onto your paper or your screen, and you've created something, a story, an article, an essay. And then there's also the fact that inherent in that creation, you created it, whether you thought about this or not, you created it for someone to read, right? So you didn't just tell a story to yourself, you told that story so that other people would read it and enjoy it. Same thing with an article or an essay or a poem, anything like that. There's inherent in the creation of that piece of writing is the fact that someone else will engage with it and get something out of it. So I wanted to talk about what I think is a really important part of writing, which is actually sharing that writing. So sharing your writing you can do in a number of ways. And, this also has something to do with what your experience level is, because if you've never shared a piece of writing before, that can be really anxiety producing and very overwhelming. But there's really a number of ways that you can get into beginning to share your writing. So, something that could be really easy is maybe just putting it up on your website or possibly even on one of your social media accounts, if that makes sense for what you've written. Like obviously, I don't think you would post a story onto Instagram because it's image-based, but hey, you never know. You could maybe turn a poem into an image or something like that. But the point is, right, put it out there, and you can just put it out there freely and maybe even tell people in some form or another that it's out there, and then you just let people, kind of engage with it on their own. Maybe there's some sort of comments or something like that where people can give you feedback, or maybe not. Maybe it's just up there and out there, and people can read it as they like, and that's that. And then another way to share, because that could even be that's pretty low pressure. But even that could be really anxiety producing as you're getting started. So maybe the way that you get started sharing is just to give it to a trusted friend or two, right? So just giving it to one person or two people in your life who you think, I don't know, you're sort of trusting them with it, right? You're trusting them with this thing you've created. You might not be looking for real strong feedback from them or anything like that, or maybe it's not even a matter of enjoyment. It's just hey, I wrote this thing, would you take a look at it? Possibly a writing group is another way to go about that. I know, so I've belonged to a local writing group for many years now, and I know some people in that group, the first place they ever shared their writing was with the group. So that was the first time they put things out there. And I also should mention here that even though I'm using the word share, but sometimes that means selling your writing, right? So sometimes selling your writing is actually the most appropriate way to go, especially if it's maybe a very long piece or a big piece. If it's just, you put so much time and effort into it. It could be that selling is actually the most appropriate way to share your work. But again, even when you're selling something, you're putting it out there for other people to engage with, for other people to enjoy, to find it helpful, whatever. So just to sum up, when you write something, inherent in that creation process is the fact that you're creating it for someone else. So you've written the story, so someone else can enjoy it. You've written the article so that someone can solve a problem. You've written that essay because someone else is going to connect with it and feel better about their own life in some way, right? There's someone on the other end of your writing. And I just want to take these few minutes to encourage you to make regular sharing, a part of your writing process. All right, that's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a like. Any comments or questions, leave that below, and I'll go ahead and see you in the next video. All right, bye.